What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a very important lesson for all day traders. Check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to jump into this video, and I do have a chart I'm going to show you here in a few, but today's not really about a chart lesson per se. I'm just going to use a chart just to kind of like drive home a point. Today, what we're going to talk about is something that's extremely important and rarely talked about on YouTube, okay, by at least a lot of trading channels, and that's how to properly size up, okay, because oftentimes we end up in a vicious cycle of sizing up and down that really wreaks havoc, not only or necessarily on our account, but on our mental capital. And it's really bad. And I've been a victim of it myself. And this is something we make our own selves victims of. Nobody does this to us, okay? This is something that we do on our own. And it all has to do with emotions and greed. But we're going to jump into that. We're going to talk about it. But before we do me the quick favor, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and comment in the comment section below. Let me know what's been the biggest lesson you've ever learned while you've been trading. Okay. Also remember to check the links in the description section below. You got links, and in the comment section, you got links to Webull. Webull is a free stock trading app. You've probably heard about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. But if you download it and you fund your account with $100, you can get 2 free stocks. Right now they have a current special. I think it's going between, the stocks are generally between $12 to up to $1,400 in value. You also have First Trade, which is a newer stock trading app. You don't have to fund your account with them. All you got to do is open an account and you get 1 free stock. So if you do both of them, that's 3 free stocks. And if you don't want them, you sell them and then just go out to lunch. It's a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. So take advantage of that. Make sure you do. Now, today, very important, okay? Because it's something I've fallen victim to in the past, and I've kind of fixed it on my own here, and that's on sizing. You know how I size into all my trades differently based off of the risk on the chart itself. I try to keep my risk the same, generally speaking, all the time. If it's an entry position, I'm probably only risking $50 to $100 and something dollars. If it's a full size position, I'm usually not risking more than 200 and change. Worst case scenario, I might be risking $300 to $400, and it all varies and depends on what I'm trading. I could be trading options, I could be trading stocks. I generally do try to keep the risk the same on all of them, but sometimes if I have a lot more conviction in the trade itself, I might take a little bit extra risk, especially if I'm on a hot streak. However, there is where it all lies. There's where it all lies, and that's what we're going to talk about. You see, we start trading, and we're going to use some trivial share size here, and we're just going to talk about stocks, okay? Because this translates. If you typically trade with 100 shares of a stock, 100 shares, okay? And because you're risking $1, and your risk is $100, that's what you risk. So it could have been 1,000 shares, and you're only risking 10 cents. Generally speaking, my risk is based off of the chart, on the chart pattern I'm trading. So my risk could be 10 cents, or it could be $1, or it could be $2. Heck, it could be $5 if I'm trading a huge stock like Shop, for example. It could be $10 with them, the $600 stock, right? So the risk it all depends on what you're trading. However, the dollar amount tends to be the same. Now, when we're in a hot streak, and I'm right. I'm like, hey, you know what? I think it's time for me to up my share size. Mentally, you think you're ready, but you're not, because you trade 100 shares of a stock like Boeing, and you might give yourself $2 risk there. If you trade 100 shares, now your risk is $200. But you're in a hot streak. You know what? I can take 200 shares of this, no problem. I'll risk 400. And all of a sudden, that's the day the hot streak ends. And now you lose on that one, and you lose $400. Now you're like, oh, damn, I probably shouldn't have, up my size there. I should have maintained my regular size of 100 shares. And that way my risk would have been what I'm used to. So now you decrease your size again, or you keep your size high, and you take another trade and you lose. You take another one, you lose, and before you know it, you've lost $600. Okay, you just gave back a week's worth of profit in the previous week from your hot streak because you thought you were still hot, and you upped your share size by double, and now your risk is double the size. You've lost $600, and now you're like, oh, I got to decrease my share size. And you decrease all the way back down to your original size from the week prior. And now it takes you another week or two to make that profit back. You make it back and you're like, yeah, let's go. And you up your size again. And guess what happens? Boom. One more time, you get slapped up and humbled by the market and you lose, not 600 this time, you lose 800. Because you sized up and you stayed with that size a little bit extra time, and now you've lost 800 bucks. And now you're like, oh, decrease size again. Go back to my original size. Come back to it. Boom, 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 boom. A month later, you've made all your money back and some, and you're really nice and green on the month now. You're like, okay, I think I can size up now. I'm ready for it. I can definitely size up. And you size up again. But you do it the same way. You double your size. By doubling your size, you're doubling your risk. So now I'm taking double the size. My risk is double the size. I make a winner. I'm like, yeah. Then a loser. Then another winner. Then two losers. Then another loser and then another winner. Before you know it, you're down 400, 500 bucks again. And you're like, what is happening? Why can I not hold on to this? It's very simple. Emotionally, in your mind, you're not ready for that size. You're not ready for that risk. So you might stop out early. Been there, done that. You might not take an entry and then like FOMO into another because you know your risk. You know the risk is on the table. You know the share size you have on your montage. And these things start to mess with you. Or you take profits too early. You're in double the size and you're taking profits on the quick pop and taking the original profit you would have had you been on your original size. So instead of making $400, you're making $200 on the trade. So you're risking $200 to make $200. Before, you were risking $100 to make $200, and you were doing it. We've all been there. We've all done that. And that's a huge problem for us because it's a vicious cycle and it can continue indefinitely. It can continue for a few weeks. It can continue for a few months, a year, or forever, as long as you're trading. If you don't stop and recognize that you're doing that error, and it's happened to me, and I've ran that that error for multiple times. And I'm not saying you don't size up. Of course you size up. You've seen me size up over the course of the last year, but it took me a while to figure that out. How do you size up? Smaller. If I'm used to risking $100 and I'm ready to size up, there's no point in me risking $200. Like in this case, you guys know typically I risk between $100 to $300 on the trade. And I say that range because if it's a starter position, I'm generally risking about $100. If it's a full size position, I might be risking $200 to $300, depending on the setup. Generally, I feel comfortable risking in between that $150 to $250 area. That's generally my risk. There's no point in me all of a sudden start risking $500. I'm going to tell you that's going to be a complete and utter disaster. And every time I've done it, it's a disaster. So I'm not going to do that. That's not how you size up into the trade. What you do is, in that case, instead of risking, let's go back to 100. Instead of risking 100 and saying I'm going to risk 200, you risk 125. That's it. You up your size by 25%. And you up it by 25% at a time. But not every week or every month. How long were you trading to get comfortable at a $100 risk? It took you a year to be comfortable with a $100 risk? It's probably going to take you 3 to 6 months to be comfortable with a $125 risk. Maybe 3 months. It depends. It also depends on how strong you are emotionally. Maybe $125, boom, 3 months. Okay, now I'm comfortable. Okay, maybe now I can risk another $25. And you risk $150. Now you're risking $150 to make $300. So it's like, it's worth it, right? You're more or less, at least that's what you're doing. And then you risk $175. And then when you think you're ready, you go to $200. And all of a sudden you're at $200 and you're uncomfortable. You go back down to $175 if you were comfortable there. And you stay there. And you stay at $175 for an extended period of time. If you were at $175 for 3 months, you bumped it up to $200 risk and you didn't like it, then you definitely got to go back to $175 and stay at $175 for at least 6 months to a year, more than likely, in order to actually get comfortable with that position size. So it takes time for one to actually get mentally strong enough with the new risk, so that you can be successful at it and not you know, have like accidents. Like check this out. Look at this stock, PECK. This thing went from 615 all the way up to 8, what is this? 930. Right there, 930. You could have made money on all of this, but all of a sudden you're in oversized, you're emotional, and you get dumped on because you chased it, and then you lose your entire account. Your entire account. Because you were oversized and emotional and you couldn't mitigate your risk and you were holding on to it and holding on, hoping that you'd get that bounce back, and it never came. So sizing in appropriately is extremely important, and something that shouldn't be done until you're somewhat very, you know, decently consistent with the size that you're comfortable with. And going above that sooner rather than later is actually not beneficial to any of us at any point in time as traders. So I hope you really took something out of this video. Let me know your thoughts, as well as let me know what one of your biggest lessons were. Drop them in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted next time I drop my next video. And remember to check out Webull. You download the app, fund your account with $100, get 2 free stocks, and I'll catch you on the next one.